My dad was my world. When he passed away from cancer, it devastated me. He was in and out of the house. I never got to really spend time with him. My stepmother used to abuse me all the time while he wasn't there. If she ever sees this, just know Mommy loves you.
That's right. Wow. So you was homeless, pregnant with your last 3 kids.
Yes.
Okay. And you had a daughter.
Yes.
All right. How old is your daughter right now?
She is 13 years old.
Okay. And where is she at?
I don't know. She has been lost to the system.
What's up, YouTube? Top Flight USA back with another one. How you doing, young lady?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. It's a beautiful day outside today.
Yes, it is.
All right. I met you at the multi-service center over there. What you got going on right now?
Not much. About to go get something to eat.
Okay. Oh, they're feeding right now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what they're feeding today?
No, not until I go check.
Oh, okay. So you don't know what you're eating until you get in line, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's what's up. I met you. You had a guy with you. Is that your boyfriend?
Yeah, he's my fiance.
Okay. Oh, so y'all about to get married?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do y'all have a date yet?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Are y'all dealing with homelessness right now?
Yeah, we are. I've been homeless for almost off and on for 9 years. My father, God rest his soul,
Oh wow, sorry to hear about that.
he got married to a lady that did not like me. She kicked me out, and I've been on the streets ever since 2015.
Oh wow, that's a long time.
My dad was my world. When he passed away from cancer, it devastated me.
Sorry to hear about that.
Last year, he passed away, and I haven't been ever since. I've got myself into addiction. I'm trying to get clean off of that, but it's hard.
Yeah, I can definitely understand. Let's start from the beginning. What's your name, age, and where you from?
My name is Jessica Smith. I am 34 years old, and I am from Port St. Lucie, Florida.
All right, Port St. Lucie. Shout out to Florida. All right, what's the difference between Port St. Lucie and Raleigh, North Carolina?
Weather. It's very humid in Florida. Here it's not as humid, I could say, but I love it here.
Okay.
This is my home. Ever since I moved from Florida to here, me and my dad moved here. We've got everything. We've been back and forth. My mom lives in Weapon, West Virginia, so I went up there to visit for a while. So.
Okay. Let's talk about your childhood and then work our way to this point right here, if we can. Do you have any siblings?
I have 4. I have 1 sister and 3 brothers.
Okay, and where are you at in the birth order?
I am the oldest.
Okay, you're the oldest of 4. Okay. All right. Did you grow up in a 2-parent household?
Broken household, actually.
Okay. Which parent did you stay with?
My father.
Okay. How was it growing up with your father?
He was in and out of the house. I never got to really spend time with him. My stepmother used to abuse me all the time while he wasn't there. I mostly stayed in my room because apparently I did something wrong. She pissed her off somehow.
Wow.
I always stayed in my room.
And you said your stepmother used to abuse you.
Yes.
What are some of the things she used to do to you?
Hit me with coat hangers. I took the BBs out of a little Beanie Babies,
Mm-hmm.
so I could use it as a heating pad. She took it and she hit me across the back with it.
Did you tell anybody about that?
I was too afraid to tell anyone.
Wow. Did you ever mention that to your father?
A couple of times, but he didn't. He just brushed it off.
Wow. So why do you think he brushed it off like that? You think he didn't believe you, or he just
Probably.
didn't care?
He probably didn't believe me.
Wow. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Growing up, what type of student were you?
I was an A/B student. I'm A, B, and C student because my struggle with math. My favorite subject is actually science.
Okay. Were you able to graduate high school?
Yes. I graduated in 2010.
All right. Congratulations. Did you go to college?
Community college.
Okay. And what did you go to college for?
Masonry.
Oh, okay. And for the people that don't know what masonry is, can you explain that to them?
It's basically what how you build your houses, your buildings. It's basically you lay the bricks down and you build a foundation for them.
That's right. Wow. I never really met a female that does that occupation. Did you have any jobs doing that?
I just when I moved back from West Virginia down to here, I tried to get a job here, and they told me that females cannot work in the masonry field.
What?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
People that did the masonry works. I was like, there's no females to do that down here. Like, really?
Okay.
Up in West Virginia, there's a whole bunch of females working.
Right. Wow. I ain't even gonna go too far into that subject, but that's not right. Okay. Were you able to complete that?
Yes, I graduated in 2011. Right before I had I graduated right before I had my daughter.
Okay. So you graduated high school, you attended a community college, and you got a degree from there. And then you got pregnant.
Oh, I was pregnant while I was in college.
Okay. And you had a daughter.
Yes.
All right. How old is your daughter right now?
She is 13 years old.
Okay. And where is she at?
I don't know. She has been lost to the system.
Okay.
If she ever sees this, just know Mommy loves you.
That's right.
And you have three younger brothers.
Okay. So you have 4 kids altogether?
Yes, sir.
And where are your little boys at right now?
2 are with my god sister, and 1 was with my other god sister. My youngest is 5 months old, and
Oh, wow.
it's hard because being out here, I get to see him once in a while, but like when he needs something, I go get it for him.
Wow. So you was homeless, pregnant with your last 3 kids.
Yes.
Wow. How was that like? How was it being pregnant and homeless at the same time?
It is very difficult being pregnant and homeless because you don't get the necessary nutrition and help, because Medicaid won't pay for certain stuff. But now since Trump's been in and out of office, the Medicaid system has gotten a lot better.
Okay. How has it got better?
I can afford my prenatals, my antibiotics that I need. any medicine that the doctors have given me because I suffer with tooth decay
Okay. How long you been dealing with that?
ever since I was a little kid.
Okay. Yeah, dental care is extremely high.
Oh yeah.
We all struggle with some type of dental problems. Um, yeah, back to your sons. You said your youngest son was 5 months.
Yes.
And your oldest son, how old is he?
He is about to turn 5 next month.
5 years old.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And the middle child?
He is 4.
4. Oh, they're like doorsteps almost.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Are you still in contact with your family members?
Yes.
Okay. How are y'all relationship right now?
Pretty good at the moment until my mom gets a hair up across her butt.
Until she gets what?
A hair across her butt.
What does that mean?
She suffers with bipolar, so anything and the littlest thing will set her off, and
Okay.
me and her will start a fight.
Wow. Did y'all always have that type of relationship growing up?
Yes.
You and your mom didn't get along too much? Wow. It's usually because you're just like that person. Would you say you're just like your mom, or y'all have similar things about each other?
No, I act more like my dad, so I guess that made her mad because I act like him instead of her. So
Okay. All right. And you said you've been dealing with homelessness for about 9 years.
yes,
When it gets cold outside, how is that like being homeless?
very hard because you try to find somewhere warm to stay, and you got all these people saying that you can't be there, and then now they have a thing called white flag.
Okay.
White flag is a place where women and men can go to get out of the cold. It has to be 32 or below zero, below freezing,
Okay.
for it to they're declare white flag.
And where are some of the places that does white flag?
It depends on what churches they asked for, because last white flag they had it at the downtown at First Baptist Church,
Okay.
in the a little sanctuary where they could put cots for us to sleep on. That way we are warm and safe, and we don't have to worry about people us freezing. We lost about 4 people last year due to the cold.
Wow. So are you saying you knew 4 people that died?
Yes. One of them were one of my good friends. He lay down on a bench, and when the morning came, he was frozen solid dead.
Wow. Did you see it yourself, or
No.
did somebody tell you?
Somebody told me that one of our good friends, have gone, and I was like, we need more help out here for the homeless.
Okay. That goes into my next question. If you could tell the government something about homelessness, what would you say?
Help us with funding. Help us try to get into a place. Help us be able to afford rent, because rent is way too high right now. You have to have 3 times the rent, have a good credit score, and a clean background.
Right. I definitely agree. The inflation is through the roof right now.
Oh, it is. Last time I saw a price of eggs was like $8.99. That is way too much for eggs. I can go get a chicken and have free eggs.
Right. Yeah, man, the inflation is just going up and up and up. It's gonna get worse in these next couple years. So if we don't do the proper things that we need to do, the situation is going to get bad for a lot of us. How do you make your money out here while being homeless?
Me and my fiance, we scrap metal.
Okay. And we just heard a story like that not too long ago. This is her fiance right here.
Tennessee.
How did your son pass away?
He was 5. He had a seizure in my arms. My life went empty. My world stopped. And that puts a lot of us homeless people in a bad situation. I get up every day and push 400 or 500 pounds of scrap metal, 2 or 3 miles of scrapyard just so I can eat and take care of myself. It says in the Bible, if a man don't work, he don't eat.
That's right.
I don't care who you are. I don't care how strong you are. You can be Donald Trump. I don't care who you are. You lose a child, it's going to devastate you. So when I was 18, I went to Penn up in Maine State Prison. It was like a second home to me. We got a president right now that's been convicted of a felon who's turning this country around, but why is felons still being looked at? We all go through things, and a lot of people today, they need to remember one thing. Y'all are one paycheck away from being in my shoes.
All right, that was her fiance. So y'all do scrap metal to make y'all money?
Yes, sir.
Wow. How difficult is that?
Really difficult because you can get cut by the rusty metal, which leads to going to the hospital and getting the tetanus shot.
What about transporting the metals?
We normally use shopping carts, a flatbed, trash cans.
Okay. Do y'all make a good amount of money doing that?
It depends on the day because the rates vary.
Wow, I didn't know that. So are you saying the rates can change by the day?
Yes.
Wow, why do they do that?
I've no clue why they do that, but
it's almost like like gold.
Yeah.
The rates of gold go up and down by the day also.
It's like the stock market. You hit it goes up and then goes down. It goes up and then goes down. It depends on what day it goes up.
Right. All right. We just got a couple more questions and we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
You mentioned something about your addictions earlier.
Yes.
What type of addictions do you have?
Crack cocaine.
Okay, and how long have you been addicted to crack?
3 months.
Wow. So this is fairly new.
Yeah.
What got you addicted to crack 3 months ago?
Just the fact that I couldn't do, my mental state was going down and I couldn't get any help, so I figured crack would help. And it actually does.
You said it helps you.
Mm-hmm.
In what type of ways?
It keeps me focused. It keeps my depression down. It helps my my whole mental state and everything.
Okay. All right. You haven't tried to go to a doctor for your mental issues?
Yes, but after a while, the medicine doesn't help.
Oh, wow.
Your body gets so used to that drug, it just stops working.
Wow. I kind of hear similarities to that. I talked to a person one time and they said the medicine almost does a complete opposite to their body. It doesn't work at all. Have you ran across those type of problems?
Yes. I actually got, when my ADHD medicine started making me sick, it made me so sick that every time I took it, it made me throw up, immediately want to hit my stomach.
Wow.
And I just stopped taking my medication.
Wow. In closing, if your family happens to come across this video, what do you think their thoughts will be?
They already considered me a black sheep, so they're probably gonna disown me even more.
Oh, wow. Do you think they'll get in contact with me to maybe try to find you and offer you some help?
Probably not. My family doesn't give two shits about me. If they did, I would not be in the situation that I'm in.
Wow. Okay. If you can tell your kids something before we close out, what would you tell them?
Don't do the same mistakes I did. Drug is not the solution, or just do your best and make it in this world, because it's gonna be tough.
I agree. All right. We thank you for doing the interview. I know it was tough talking about your kids. I appreciate you for being honest and transparent. I'm gonna give y'all my information. If you can stay in contact with me, we'll like to do an update with you just to see how you're doing and see how things are going.
Okay.
Thank you for doing the interview. God bless you.
God bless you.
All right. I forgot something before we closed out. If anybody wanted to contact you, do you have any social media sites? If anybody wanted to donate to you, do you have like a Cash App or something like that?
Yes, my social media is Jessica Matthews, and my Cash App is Jessica Matthews 2020. So if you guys want to help us out, please send us some money.
Okay. And that social media site, what site is that?
Facebook.
Okay, so Jessica Matthews
Yes.
on Facebook, and your Cash App is $ Jessica spelled out the regular way,
Yeah.
and Matthews spelled out the regular way.
Yeah.
What's lowercase and what's capital?
None of it.
Everything's lowercase.
Yes.
All right, so it's $ Jessica Matthews. If y'all want to donate to her and her fiance, you're more than welcome to. That'd be greatly appreciated. All right, thank you.